I have a suggestion to give. I think this program should be used to actually give these CBDs to these pharmacists here. If we have been here for about 4 days and we are having this program here, and so many presentations have been made, that the number of points should go with the hours spent here. I don't know how you came up, and this is a good program which you have done. I don't know how you came up that one day will represent 2 CBD points. Yes, we can go back to the portal and answer questions, but I believe that that will be a best way to go. Encourage these people here to come back next year. If you use this program here for the CBDs next year, this place will be expanded and be actually kind of twice or 3 times as much. The other point that I wanted to give is about immunization. You are already educated enough about immunization. I think all pharmacists are educated. I think what we need to do is to certify, come up with a program and certify all pharmacists who can give immunization and start giving immunization and get some kind of the health ministry authorization. Thank you so much.
Now, the issue I wanted to ask is that I'm also very familiar with the board because I was one of the first executive officers who put up part of the board when we were in Abia House. I was the first one to take the first check to National Bank when we started collecting money. So I have a very soft spot for the Pharmacy and Poisons Board. My names are Dr. Biuha Keama Murage. For those of you who don't know me, I was one class after professor. Now, my question is a comment. I just want to say that I am happy to see and grateful to see the report from the board, because we have come for these conferences many times, and for the first time, I can say it's the first time I'm seeing a consolidated report of people who even want to be, who are asking us to make as many questions, but guiding us on what they are doing and the milestones they have made. Usually we have been asking questions and sometimes we don't get answers. The other issue is, the comment is, I need to say that there was a lot of training we did on narcotics inspectorate in the pharmacy board, and we'd like to see those inspectors being trained more, or inspection going more, because it goes along with pharmacovigilance. That's how we shall know how to eliminate the quacks and to have good reports as we evaluate where the quacks are, what they have been caught with, and what we can do about them, because when we have this kind of information and data, we shall be able to work better. So the inspectors, continue with your work. I know you are doing something, but let's get regular reports on what the inspectors whom we trained, and if you need to train more, you let us train, so that we can know what's happening in our borders, what is happening in the industry, and what's happening with the actual practice, because you are the regulators. Thank you very much.
Well, my name is Dr. Utangi Pamela, and I think Dr. Chairman will have talked on something or answered. I'm glad you say that we say a comment, it's not questions, because as Dr. Mary was going through the board and the other board, I'm so conflicted. I was feeling like things are boiling in me, and so I can't even know how to press any question it was to ask. I still don't understand, but perhaps maybe I need to go to the website more and read if there's information being disseminated. I hope it will, by the time I get there, it will be very clear about this Pharmacy and Poisons Board and the other Pharmacy and Poisons Board. It's just...
Thank you very much for giving me this chance. I'm Jen Masiga. Yesterday, one of the fellows, Dr. Karanja, threatened us that when we create the full FDA, will pharmacists stand a risk of being the missing link in that body. But in the presentation of PPP, it seems as though they are going ahead to implement the FDA. don't we need a discussion so that we know how to ensure that we don't miss when it's created? Thank you.
Well, thank you, Prof. I just confirmed that we really didn't have an issue. What I wanted to point out is that the comments that the public universities teaching pharmacy programs did not submit letters of nomination for their candidates is not true. Because we had several meetings with the three public universities, we came up with the nominees. The minutes were done, the letter was done, it was actually hand-delivered with a delivery book. Alright? So I have evidence that the letters were delivered, and the only thing I can ask probably the board to do is make sure that it has a very good tracking system of the communications that are received by the board so that we get relevant and appropriate responses on time. What is wrong? So that letter is there, and we need to really get the communication on what is it that happened. Number two, we have also written to the board requesting that we be given an opportunity to contribute to the committee that is doing rescheduling of the drugs. And I still haven't gotten a response. So the issue is not my side, the issue is the Congo. Now, the other comment that I wanted to make is that in our presentation, actually mentioned that vaccination is one of those areas that we need to build competencies for the pharmacists. And I think the same comment was made by Professor Ndemo when he was looking at the cycle of the services offered under the MTM, all right, vaccination. I just wish to announce that the School of Pharmacy, University of Nairobi, is organizing or has organized for training on vaccinology training for pharmacists. The program will start on 11. It will be a 4-day program, 11th June to 14th of June. A similar program was done in 2014, and this training will continue, and certificates will be given for pharmacists that undertake that training to give you the relevant practical competencies, not just theoretical, practical, so that you can deliver the vaccine properly in your facility, just to empower you.
Thank you, Prof. I just wanted to mention something small because Mary did give an example of Camry when she was talking about specialties. I just want to let you know that there was a time I was a meeting with the board of, the chair of the board of management of Camry. We were discussing that issue. And what is happening in Camry is that our colleagues, the medical practitioners, feel that getting an MB CHB is equivalent to 2 degrees. A bachelor's and a master's, while they feel that pharmacist's degree is actually 1. And that is why when they are doing promotions, they are actually taking MBCHB and leaving the pharmacists and the dentists. And also they feel that our pharmacy program is actually less than the medical program. So that is what they were trying to argue. So I hope that problem will be solved.
Thank you. I'll make a very quick observation. For the first time under medicine, actually we have 3 bachelors to equal to a PhD. I mean, as far as mathematically, 3 undergraduates can equal to a PhD as far as the medicine. It will never happen. Anyway, quickly, actually there's one observation I made as Dr. Kisungu presented. Good presentation. I saw the quality control. Apparently, the Pharmaceutical Enforcement Board has a lot of power over what the NCQL does. So I was just wondering if there is a question of being both the judge and the jury. I see my point, because if the same people are the ones who are getting results from the testing and the ones who are making decisions about registration. I just think that there is a way, there has to be some form of interdependence, so there's NQCR is an oversight. I mean, at least that's just my observation. The other observation, I think Pharmaceutical board is taking too much. It's actually the ones that accredit, I believe, the training schools of pharmacy. So that means, in a way, I don't know, in other countries, including the United States, there's an independent accrediting body, and the regulatory body just does with the practice. So I'm just wondering, are we having teething problems? Or are we heading back direction? The other one, the third one, and probably the last one, is what I teach in class about professionalism. The profession needs to be autonomous. In other words, it should be self-regulating. And here I can see David, and is it Goliath and David? PSK is just down here trying to be professional and keeping all the ethics, and the big giant BPP is working in. Most of the appointments are not elective. So you really have the actual true professional body has no say. So all I'm saying, I still see an imbalance, and we should have more space. If anything, I think PSK has been pushing, and I believe Kisungu, BPP now can probably, I think it's a very rich body. I think we should demand, maybe by statute, a piece of that case should come to PSK, because I'm literally broke.
Thank you. I will try to be very brief. A few points. Now, the first thing, I want to confess, I was that registrar who opened that first account that set up the Pharmacy and Poisons Board at the National Bank Hill branch. That the first check, Dr. Bill Hakiyama, who was my executive officer, took to the National Bank for historical record and perspective. That is important for you to know, and nobody else will tell you that. I have to tell you that. Number two, I want to clarify the question of the board and the board, because I can see there's a lot of confusion. Now, legally, the board is a body corporate, which is the juristic person, a person created by the law. That's why you see can be sued. But it is not something that works as such. It is the people who work, it is functions through persons, natural persons. There are two types of persons. This is now jurisprudence. There are two types of persons, natural persons and juristic persons. That the board is a juristic person, creature of the law. That means there are people who are appointed to act on it. So these are people who are appointed are called the board because they are agents of the board who act for the board. So there should be no confusion at all. There are no two boards, right? That is a teaching moment for me. Now, number three, PPP and the KFDA. I hope you didn't get more confused. Yes. Then see me privately, I'll explain. Because I have no time. I could have explained more, but I have no time. I'm sure I'll explain this, you'll understand it. Number three, the question of the PPP and KFDA. You talked about, we are dealing with the issue of the Health Acts Amendment, and we have the issue of the KFDA, linked to which we have the practice bill and the separation of products from practice. Now, my concerns are, currently, the PPP regulates both practice and products. And yesterday I tried to explain to you that this was a self-regulatory rule, policy or law, because it was majoritarian pharmacists at both the number and the quorum 3 out of 5. This was what I was referring to yesterday. It gives the pharmacists control of both the profession and the products. That was a very strong position. I hope you can read that a little bit more from that perspective. Now, what is being proposed now? When you separate the two, practice from product, it means you'll have the Farmers Act. The control of the product will go to the KFDA. Now, that needs to be clear. KFDA proposes at Part 7 that there will be a single regulatory authority to handle technologies, pharmaceutical products, and all of that. Now, the problem with this arrangement is that it will have very little representation of the pharmacist when it comes to the control of medicines. That is the bottom line. As of now, current arrangement, you control the products and the PPB with a majoritarian membership and a majoritarian quorum. In the proposed amendment, and I was at Naivasha when this matter was being discussed about implementing the Health Act 2017. And I can tell you this for a fact. The two are being pushed together, Pharmacy Practice Bill and the KFDA. Because unless you relinquish control of the products, they cannot do KFDA. That is the long and short of it. The other thing I want to tell you, KFDA as proposed is going to introduce mandazi foods. So all the agriculture people are going to get into it. That is why your presence in that control will be minority, minor, maybe one, if that. Now, I'm warning, even as you see pharmacists and you are working very hard to have that implemented, I'm sounding a warning that that is going to mean you are going to be pushed to the periphery in terms of control of what is central to your mandate as professionals. I'm sounding that warning now. Let it be clear in daylight, so that nobody will say, why weren't you told the implications of this? Control of both is the tradition, the law as we knew it, and we know it has been changed a little bit, and I wish I was able to make a presentation about the law, the evolution, but I'm not going to do that. Yes? I'm finishing. Now, I was winding, but I have to make this point. So think about this very seriously. And I have thought that a forum like this would seriously address these issues because it's central to the survival of this profession. We are getting out of it gradually, but we are passionate about it. We want your future to be secured, and those who are married, particularly those who have been involved in teaching. I don't want to feel I train people into nothingness. Having said that, the question of quarks. Now, let me go back a little bit in history, again, to just show you how some of these things can be done. When I was the registrar, because that again is a historical fact, we were working with Professor Kiboga here, with me in the board. This is how we sorted out this problem. One day I woke up and wrote a circular to the distributors, and I told them, you are licensed at section 27 as a wholesaler. Your mandate to supply is specified at section 29 of the Pharmacy and Poisons Act. And you have the responsibility in terms of who gets supplied. Nowhere in that act does it say you supply pots. And I told them, you responsibility, because you see, a license, when you get it, and this is a typical message. When you get a license, there are two things to it. It gives you a right to do what the license empowers you. And it also charges you with a duty. Now that needs to be clear. What is your duty in this respect as a wholesaler? That you supply only people who are authorized to receive the same. So what did I do? What did we do in that case? I wrote a circular and I said, all distributors, and Mr. Mining is here, he will confirm that. All those distributors we have licensed. It is your duty to ensure you only supply to people who are authorized to receive the same. And within a very short time, I think 2 weeks, all distributors were busy asking for documents to prove who is your pharmacist in your institution. We sorted out that very quickly, and Mr. Mining can confirm what I'm saying. I can see he's nodding. Now, here's my problem. you say you are going to chase all those rats, and let me use that word, quacks, in the streets, and then you tell them, here I am, I'm coming to catch you up, but prepare the bahasha so that I may allow you to continue running. That is not the way to do things. And I'm sorry the PPB has failed miserably in this area. I have to tell you the truth. I have to tell you the truth. The easy way of doing it is not to send out inspectors, is to demand duty from those you have licensed. They will do it for you for nothing, almost nothing. So, let me finish. The last one is a question. The last one is a question. Allow me to ask. Allow me to ask this one. These are comments. The last one is a question. As we come to this forum meeting here, this is linked to my presentation yesterday. We have people who come here. We come from Nairobi, and we tell everybody we have come to the PSK conference. How many people in Nairobi told you they were coming to the conference and they are not here today? How many say they are coming here today and they are on the beach? How many, for example, were sponsored by organizations to come here and they have not attended a single session? For example, how many PPB members were sponsored? Given PPB. Paid air tickets, everything, including per diem. How many? I would like to see a record of it. So this is ethics. As I talk about this.
I was on the same plane with Dr. Karanja on the 27th of September 1970. For me to go to Manchester University to do pharmacy and for him to Bradford University. And since then, I learned from that plane trip that when he talks, I should keep quiet. Anyway, just a couple of comments. I was a member of the Pharmacy and Process Board for 9 years, 77 to 86. And I commend all the efforts that are being made now to transform that organization for what has been for many years as a division of the Pharmacy, Department of Pharmacy, or Division of Pharmacy, the Ministry of Health. It's long overdue. Long overdue. And a lot of those things, we can do it, Albert Mathenge, many of us are here. We can come to help you where necessary. But just a quick comment. There are comments. Things like the scheduling. There's no rocket science about scheduling of those products. We have the WHO model list. We have our own